Hello and welcome to episode 29 of Comics with Stevey D. And I have a little bit of everything in store for you today, starting with the what if titles. And I always liked these, reading these as a kid, and you say to your friends, what if Captain America's arms were 11 feet long, what kind of hero would he be, and stuff like that, And so it got to Marvel, not for me, but from a lot of people, probably through their letters. Now this is What If number 29, episode 29, tie-in right there, okay? And it's what if Captain America had farmed the Avengers? So you'd have Goliath, I think, and Submariner, and that's Wolverine, and that's the Iron Punisher, Iron Man, and Captain America. What's funny is, here's a very interesting picture of the Punisher, Iron Man. So that takes care of that one. The next one is by the same artist, which I should mention, written by George Caragoni and penciled by Ron Winslow. And this is from 1991. And I really like this cover because it's the Iwo Jima raising of the flag after a terrible battle that our servicemen fought in World War II. And Cap being a World War II guy. It's got Captain America and Dum Dum, and I think that's Wolverine, but not quite sure. But if you go to the inside, you got Nightline TV. It's like the David Letterman on the cover of the Avengers, I think. He's being interviewed by, oh, there it is. He's being interviewed by Ted Koppel. And then there's talking about his World War II experiences. And then on this piece, this panel here, I've looked closely. I think it's the exact same panel, except they put Cap in a suit. So they crank these magazines out. All right. The next one is Batman Detective Comics 6 and 7 from 2012. Now, here's a cool penguin cover. You see that drawing on the penguin? But what's real funny is, same artists, same writers, they drew a Mr. Peanut penguin. See the monocle and everything? So I thought that was pretty cool. A cultural homage, I guess. Okay. Then this is a mini-series, limited 4-issue series with the Thing. And he's fighting another Thing. And you get 2 covers for the price of 1 in here. So inside it's showing you a preview of another cover of the Thing fighting a Thing. And like all the time when these good guys fight each other, they ended up pairing up to fight the evil villain. And at the end of this one, it's a comical page. I want to show you. Here it is. The 2 Things, they're getting along real good now. They're not wanking each other. It's clobbering time. Hey, that's my line. That's a funny. Comic books can be funny. Okay. Here's a X-Men title. First Class. I just like the cover art. And there's several mini stories in here. It's a one-off kind of comic book. Here's the featured book of the week. Captain America White. And it's from 2008. It's the prelude to a 6-issue miniseries. It's Zero. I don't know why they have to do Zero in comic books, but they do. And it's Joseph Loeb and Tim Sale were the talent that made the book. And what's interesting, there's a lot of good interior stuff I want to show you. It's a cardboard kind of cover. there's a theater in the 1940s, the Marquee, and it's Abbott and Costello Buck Privates. So it's nostalgia because I used to watch reruns on Channel 30 of the Abbott and Costello movies when I was a kid. And so you can see they're in the theater and Captain America's on the newsreel, and there's Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes talking, and somebody shushing them. And shortly after, Bucky, this is a retelling of how Bucky finds out how Captain America. He's coming home, and he pops in the tent, and he sees Steve Rogers in the Captain America outfit. So the cat's out of the bag, and Bucky goes, So, Cap starts training Bucky, even though he's real young, and he fesses up to being Captain America there. It's a good shot. And he's steadily training Bucky in hand-to-hand combat. And Bucky is using it pretty good there. And what's really fun in this book is Bucky's saying, hey, I got a new uniform. You want to see it? And Captain America's going through all these facial expressions that I love. And then there's the first appearance in this creator's mind of Bucky showing Captain America his uniform. That's Captain America. And that got me into the mood for Captain America. But before we do a few more, I got to show you an X-Men book. And it's The Bishop Goes Wild. And this is a nice, exciting cover. And in the first shot, there's the Bishop going wild. And he's right there. There's the Bishop going wild. And that's about all I want to show you about that. But there's an ad in here that I really like. I got to be careful here. It's The Thing. And he says, bring on Dr. Doom. Bring on the Mole Man. Heck, you can even bring on the entire Yancey Street gang. For all I care, Stretcho's back, and clobbering days are ahead. And I just love that sneer on his face. Okay. Now, this is a perfect example of the way I like Captain America drawn. It's Jack Kirby. He not only drew, he wrote the stories too. And let me get my notes going here. Oh, this is Jack Kirby's bicentennial issue, 1996, when I was a kid. They made a big deal out of it. I grew up in the 60s, and when it got to be 1976, I was a sophomore in high school, I think. And I buffed it up, and I gave it a new bag and board. And it's not looking too bad for a comic that's 47 years old. Pages have yellowed inside. There's a spine roll, a butted corner, a couple of minor color breaks. Staples are good, like tires good on a car. With all those condition factors, still presents well, and I'm happy to have it because it's truly a part of comic history and American history. Look at that. All right, that's one of the Captain Americas. And here's one featuring Cap in his early appearance in his dark costume. And I'm going to finish up with a great Captain America cover. Captain America for President. He's on a big campaign button. And it's just cheerful when you think of politics. They were probably thinking politics back then, just like Nixon and days like that. And probably thinking about politics then like people think about politics now. And if Captain America could run for president, he'd be the one that get my vote every time. Because, you know, he's a man with integrity, a man with honesty. He's Captain America, and he throws his mighty shield. And with that, I'll throw Captain America over there, and I wish you all well, and thank you for watching these videos. I'm enjoying making them, and episode 30 is coming up, and I got to figure out what to do, but I'm starting to get a few ideas, and hopefully they'll be enjoyable for you. Good luck in your comic book hunting. Get all those finds and grails and keys and all those such kind of wonderful things to get. Take care.